Deputy City Manager for Economic Development and Planning, Mr. Philip Sitole, Events and Marketing Executive for Bull Cycle Racing, Mr. Stephen Marshall, Hollywood Bets Africa Head of Operation, Miss Sandisiwe Bengu, Mr. Vivian Reddy and your team from the Radisson Blue, distinguished guests, colleagues, members of the media, good morning, sanibonani nonke. I'm Lindiwe Kuzwayo, Head of Communications at eThekwini Municipality, and it is my pleasure this morning to welcome you to this briefing where we outline our state of readiness to host Africa's premier horse racing event, the Hollywood Bets Durban July. The big event this Saturday is yet another opportunity for us to showcase the beauty of our city, to confirm that Durban is open for business and for tourism, and for us to celebrate our city's resilience and its ability to keep bouncing back. So good morning, welcome. Without further ado, I call upon our Mayor, Babu Mxolisi Kaunda, to deliver the keynote address for this morning.
Thank you very much, Ms. Lindy, our Head of Communication. Am I audible? Okay. Which lendo yenza ngazizwa mina imishini yalabo bantu ke ihluphe thina sinaleli bali ligqame kakhulu. For introducing me to this media briefing, our colleagues from the city administration who are present, the deputy head, Sunile Ndungwa, deputy head of tourism, our events and marketing executive for Gold Cycle Racing, Mr. Stephen Marshall. Thank you very much for being with us. We also wish to greet Hollywood Bets Africa Head of Operations, Ms. Sandisiwe Bengu. Thank you very much for your presence. The Radisson Blue Durban Umhlanga General Manager, Marius Il. Thank you very much for your presence, sir. All our distinguished guests, members of the Fourth Estate present, ladies and gentlemen. As the leadership of eThekwini Municipality, we really appreciate this opportunity to address you this morning on the stage of our readiness to host Africa's premier horse race event, the Hollywood Bets Durban July, on Saturday. I'm hoping that you are all ready to dance. We are pleased to report that the organizers are putting final touches to ensure everything runs smoothly on the big day. The galops have been held. Thousands of punters and fashionistas from around the country and beyond are preparing to descend on Durban in droves. We are excited about the economic spin-offs that this event is going to bring to our city. The estimated 35,000 people who will head for Hollywood Bets Greyville Racecourse on Saturday are expected to spend at least 145 million, with the gross domestic product in economic activity projected to be 306. An estimated 740 people will get employment because of this event. Experts in the sector forecast that over 1 million tourists are expected to arrive during the entire winter season, and that they will directly spend 1.45 billion rands, with the GDP contribution being 3.6 billion rands. The season will result in employment of over 7,000 people in our city. The 60% occupancy rate forecast before the restrictions were lifted is now likely to increase. This is partly boosted by the additional European arrivals who want to spend their July and August holidays in Durban sunshine. We believe these numbers are likely to increase following last week's welcome announcement of the relaxation of COVID-19. We strongly believe that lifting of COVID-19 restrictions is a turning point for the hard-hit tourism industry in our city. The government's announcement about lifting of, we were already seeing growing to our city, the warmest city in Africa. We are confident that going forward, we will see an increase in tourist numbers following the scrapping of mandatory wearing of masks and allowing full capacity gatherings. The timing of relaxing COVID restrictions could not have been better as we head into our busy winter season. The Durban July has always been the springboard for the winter season with its range of shows, festivals, our Hollywood bets, Durban July. Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to announce that this year we have decided to spread the Durban July experience to townships and rural areas. There will be 5 township satellite venues for the Hollywood bets, Durban July, so that people can enjoy the races and the fashion from different parts of the city. These venues include Mojo's Car Wash and Shisanyama in Wiggins, the Maxis Lifestyle in Umlazi. I'm sure people of the world, they know it. It occupies a very strategic position in the world. In Hammersdale, if you haven't been there, please go and look at that place. Makaka Lounge in Bumbulu, which is a rural area, and also Under the Moon in Inanda. So if you haven't visited all these destinations, you are missing out. The out-of-town pandas can access on-site physical betting machines at Maxis Lifestyle and Makaka Lounge, while online betting will also be available at. Ladies and gentlemen, fashion remains an important part of July experience. This year's theme is Show Me. Emerging local fashion designers will benefit from the various development competitions facilitated in collaboration with our municipality's fashion development program and the Hollywood Bets Foundation. For both the awards and the Durban Fashion Fair Rising Stars, we have 35 finalists who will be showcasing their collections. Through our programs as a city, some of these young designers are now supplying large retail clothing shops. Others have opened their own boutiques. We are raising this because some of you will recall that the Olympic kits which were used in Japan were designed from here in Durban. Those are some of the accolades that the city has scored in terms of empowering its young people to take part in the economy of our city and of our country. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to assure you that as the city, we are pulling out all the stops to deliver a successful 2022 Hollywood Bets Durban July, and we are ready to host our visitors. Our work to restore and repair water infrastructure destroyed by recent floods is on track. While water rationing is in place, we continue to monitor our systems to ensure that this intervention does not have adverse effect. Durban, the best destination for tourists, and we are working with all stakeholders to live up to our tag as a South Africa's playground and a destination of choice for major events. In this regard, we have also won many awards through our Inkosi Albert Lutuli International Convention Center. While our beaches remain closed due to the high levels of E. coli, our teams are working day and night to finalize repairs to the sanitation infrastructure that was damaged during the recent floods. We are constantly monitoring the water quality at all our beaches. Recent tests indicate that the water quality is in north. Work is continuing to repair pump stations that are affecting the beachfront, and the further test will be conducted this week to ascertain water quality. We'll be making announcements in this regard. Ladies and gentlemen, as part of our economic recovery plan and drive, we are focused on both local and international visitors by providing a wide selection of events to entertain them when they visit us during the winter season. The calendar includes the Durban July Week Tourism Precinct Pop-Up Traveler Extravaganza and the Durban July Township and Rural Tourism Promotion in various regions. Also on the program is the Fact Durban Rocks Music Festival at the Moses Mabhida. Around 15,000 people with a direct spend of 10 million and a GDP contribution of 25 million rands. Mawufuna ubumnandi was at Durban. The popular East Coast Radio House and Garden Show, which started this weekend, is a firm favorite with locals and visitors and is expected to draw 50,000 guests, generating 90 million rands in the direct spend and 225 million rands in GDP of our city. Over 450 people will be employed during this event. Ladies and gentlemen, then there is South African Music Conference, and matter of all parties, a must-go-to event for 9,000 music fans who will spend 8 million rands and generate around 20 million rands in GDP. There is no doubt now that tourism in Durban is truly bouncing back. This is boosted by the cities and the private sector's development of various catalytic projects that will continue to make Durban the country's top holiday destination. The Durban tourism industry has also just welcomed the opening of 2 new hotels in our city. The 5-star Radisson Blue in Umhlanga, where we are in today, where we're meeting today, and the 4-star Octavia Boutique Hotel in Inanda, Etafli. Abangakaze beyeke kuyona ihotela elilungathi mawufika kulona ufika ubona ufana ngabe lila eMhlanga noma lisesenti i-level yalo i-standard shuthi ke. The Oceans Umhlanga is an unmatched development that will be a huge attraction, incorporating a world-class mall with over 100 stores featuring global brands. So people will stop going to international brands. So we are bringing back our own domestic tourists here to spend within eThekwini their monies. I nearly said the currency. eThekwini municipality has the infrastructure, investment, and the stakeholder support in place to create and grow opportunities in tourism. Coupled with some of the cities, such as the winner of 2019 Greenest City Award and being the 2014 7 Wonder Cities of the World, Durban is on a winning streak. There's no doubt about that. We are pleased that the Mediterranean Shipping Company, MSC, has now made Durban home and is now docking at the 200 million KwaZulu-Natal cruise terminal in the Durban Harbour. The project is expected to complement the Durban Point waterfront development, which will extend the beachfront promenade from Ushaga Beach towards the harbour entrance. We estimate that the investment for the Durban's Point waterfront development project over the next 10 to 15 years to be around 35 billion rands. We also anticipate that this project alone will generate economic activity that will yield more than 11,000 construction jobs and 6,750 permanent jobs upon completion. The project will enable Durban to be a gateway into African continent for both tourism and investment. Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to announce that 4 international airlines are now currently operating into our city. These airlines include Qatar, Turkish Airlines, Emirates, and Air Link. According to Airports Company South Africa, predicted flight arrivals into King Shaka International Airport were also expected to increase this year. Projections indicate that there will be over 1 million domestic passenger arrivals from May to October, which will represent a 62% growth on last year's figure of 639,733. In fact, load factors are forecasted to increase during this week, leading up to our Durban July. As for international arrivals, predictions forecast 40,944 passengers compared to 11,032 in 2021, representing a 271% increase in the following months. So as you can see, all roads are leading to Durban for this winter and summer holidays. We also look forward to the 2022 Comrades Marathon in the next few weeks, which promises to bring thousands of visitors to our city. And for this coming weekend, all eyes will be focused on that Hollywood Bets Greyville Racecourse finishing post. For us, it is a relief to see the return of so many visitors in person to this prestigious event after a 2-year hiatus due to COVID-19. The local tourism industry has always shown resilience, and we look forward to a full recovery as we move with all these events. We want to reiterate that Durban is open for business, and we are confident that our visitors will have a safe and memorable Durban July. We wish you everything of